Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live on the LI Sports Network, getting ready for the second game of our doubleheader. Here in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League Varsity Division, we're at the Town of Oyster Bay Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. It's Manhasset and Syosset ready to go. Travis Quigley here on the call. Rowan Loddick, Gabe Curry, Sam Musnick, Anthony Papasadero joining me on the crew tonight. Syosset 1-2 entering tonight's game, coming off a loss at the beginning of this week to the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. Looking to bounce back after splitting their first two games of the season with the Half Hollow Hills Hornets. Manhasset 1-1 entering tonight's game. Won the opener before falling just before Thanksgiving to Long Beach in a very tightly contested game. Warm-up's done, both sides at center ice. Here we go. Syosset won the opening face-off, but Tumbekis takes it away. Shot goes wide. Starting in the net for Syosset tonight, Nick Suma. And in the cage for Manhasset, it's Dylan Ruz. Turnover forced at the red line. Grebbins in. Shot gets blocked. Hits the glass. Takes a big hop back out. And Disqui will settle it down. Held in at the point. Tumbekis will take a shot. That's deflected by Sylvia. Just wide. Syosset cleared the zone. Mondiello races back to get it. Looking to work quickly here as Manhasset. 40 seconds in, make a line change. Halpern looking to deflect the puck into the zone, tied up in front of the Braves bench. Held in by the Indians. Sawitz, turnover, on a break. Sawitz, blocker save, Suma. Trying to hook it back to the point, nobody home. Cooper Gallo skates it out. Gallo on the dump in, knocked down. Drops the pass back. On the backhand try, glove save for Ruz on the captain, Aiden Cleary. For those of you that were with us last season on Manhasset's historic run out of the VC2, going undefeated, Dylan Ruz, part of the two-headed monster between the pipes for Manhasset. Between him and Will Sylvia. As a one-time try, fought off by Suma, still loose in the paint, ends up behind the net. Ruz was the player of the game in the quarterfinal playoff matchup for Manhasset. He had a stellar performance in that one. Baltic on the keep-in, McIntyre racing after it, gets a poke. Cleared out by Cleary. Icing called. Two minutes gone here in the first period. Hard off the wall, not out. Syosset done a solid job winning faceoffs in the early going of this game. Disqui chips it out. Continues to wheel, stretches it across. Werfel goes wide. Druzas collects the puck. Druzas missed. Murray getting after it. Scooped by Tokarski, couldn't clear. Ends up behind the net of Suma. Pops to Murray. Murray on the backhand, spins to the forehand, knocked to the ice. Kept in at the blue by Albin. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Holds it at the line. Murray looking out front. Swiped aside by Schoenberg. Stick lift, still in the zone. It's Mayer now. Mayer trying to be extra fine with that one. Missed the net. Malio's shot blocked down. Still loose. Murray turns and fires. And Suma makes the stop, takes the whistle. Puck is chipped out, and Kim first back to get it. Swings it ahead, off the wall. Beautiful little self-chip there from Mayer. Opens up the hips, trying to create a shot lane, and it's knocked off the twig by Shlimovic. Held in the zone, though. Pivovarov off the pad of Suma. They score! On the rebound, tucking it home, Brian Mayer. 1-0 for Manhasset. The initial shot on goal, and Mayer driving the net with his stick down. Takes a whack with the backhand, puts it over the pad of Suma, and it's 1-0 for the Indians. Cleary forward off the faceoff, snaps a shot over the head of Ruz. Braves keep it in the zone, back to the corner for Cleary. Ruz pokes it out to Mondiello. Thrown on goal again, Ruz covers. Mayer gets his first of the season. Manhasset trying to break out, thrown back in by Giammarino. Through the middle, turnover. Almost forced there. Good battle won by Sylvia, and now Tumbekis will skate it out. Over the blue, Tumbekis. Pad stop, rebound kicks right to Sylvia, puts it to the corner for Grebin. Grebin wheeling around the net, up to the point for Baltic. Has to settle down that bouncing puck. It's swiped out to neutral ice. Wang, quick dish, and Grebin backhands it in. Sylvia's F1. Chipped past him by Schoenberg. Baltic throws it at the net. Sylvia, redirection. Scoops it back up. Up the boards for Cleary. Icing going to be called on Syosset. It's off the boards. Takes a check, and Werfel skates it out. Long stretch pass, and that's going to end up in the Syosset bench. 5 minutes gone here in the first period. Manhasset who possess off the center ice faceoff. Played into the zone by Sawitz. And right back out come the Braves. Across to Baltic now. Baltic on the dump in. Suma out to stop it. Leaving it there for Shlimovic, who took a bump. Starts to wheel now. Out through the middle. Soromakos on a takeaway. Continuing wide. Pad save Suma. Disqui takes a check up to the point. Malios walks to the middle. That shot's blocked. So always trying to redirect it back in. Suma diving across, knocked the net off. 9:15 to go in this first period. Left of Suma. 1-0 lead for Manhasset. McIntyre trying to walk forward, was tied up by Cleary. Braves get the puck out. Albin to Murray. Chopped it in. It's with Cleary once again. Trying to go out through the middle. Intercepted, brought in offside by Albin. Face off in front of the Syosset bench. Lone goal, Brian Mayer. Alios to Druzis under the stick of Murray, racing after it. Comes together with Schoenberg. Behind the net to McIntyre. Out to the high slot. Malios at the point. Drags across. Druzis touching it back door. Broken up by Schoenberg. Captain Cleary skating it out. Dishing it ahead for Giamarino. Took a check right in front of the Manhasset bench. Puck squirts back out to neutral ice. Dish to Cleary. He's got some space to enter the zone. Puck comes across. Malios on the stick check. Off the wall and out. Trying to hammer that back in was DePiero. Numbers here. Thrown on goal. Ruz with the glove stop on Ethan Reiser. Shot 7-3 in favor of the Indians. Almost at the halfway point of this first period. Syosset win the draw from the point, through some traffic. Got tied up in the jersey of Mondiello. Drops it out, kicks it ahead, and is flipped in. Getting on the forecheck, Pivovarov. Stolen away, and out comes Schleimovich. Ethan Schleimovich. Nice move to the outside. Takes a hit from Weston. Just enough to knock him off the puck. And a clean breakout leads to a 2-on-1 chance for Manhasset. Backdoor try, just out of reach. Mondiello steps into one, just underneath it a bit too much. Mayer was pretty close to getting his second of the night right there. Just trying to stretch out the backhand of the stick. Just couldn't make contact with the puck. Tumbekis off the bench, F1, Schleimovich pokes it past him. Nicolau hammers it into the zone. Nicolau out to the slot, blocked. McAlpine trying to stick with it. Up the boards to Grebin. On a stick lift, and it's Dylan Grebin. Grebin over the blue, stops up. Goes cross point with the pass. Wang looking for the lane, didn't have it, so just cycles it deep. Grebin's pass out front, knocked down by Schoenberg. 6:25 to go in the first period. Still a 1-0 lead for Manhasset. Wang, quick regroup. Hammered into the zone by Tumbekis. DePiero snaps it around the wall. Tokarski swoops in to get it. Fakes inside, trying to go back out. Wang sweeps it away. Wang on the reverse pass to Tumbekis, stretching it out. Jumped over his stick. Came off the twig of Disqui and into the penalty box, out of play. Danny Disqui, also one of the top lacrosse players here on Long Island. See him a bunch through our coverage with the LILJ. Turnover forced, and into the zone comes Sawitz. Moves it to Baltic at the point. He's got to drop down the boards to get it back to Sawitz. Now it's Soramakos walking. Soramakos curls back. Up to the point for Baltic, out of the zone. Couldn't handle the pass. Disqui there battling. Halpern chips it back in deep. To the net, Halpern touches it to Sawitz. Sawitz spins. Point for Baltic. Baltic with a shot that's blocked. Wang keeps the puck in the zone. Syosset, though, hounding it, and it comes out to Disqui. Wang breaks it up through the middle. Hits Sawitz, who's in one-on-one. Turns into a 2-on-1. Soramakos. Quick backhand forehand. Snagged out of the air by Nick Suma. Quick glove save there from Suma, keeping this a 1-0 hockey game. Nice pass from Sawitz, finding Soramakos driving the net. Cleary blocks the shot. Off to the races. 2-on-1 for Syosset, make it a 3-on-2. Cleary's shot, trying to go short side. Ends up helping the Indians break things out. McIntyre with a big check. Wound up putting Schleimovich through his own door. Stretch pass from Manhasset, doesn't find a home. Icing is called. Left of Ruz. Faceoff's won by Weston. Sent up the wall. Schleimovich keeps it in. Put wide. Albin pokes at it. Kept in Schleimovich. Puts it low. Malios there. He's looking to slow the game down a bit here. 4 minutes remaining in the first. Malios trying to go out through the middle. Knocked down by Cooper Gallo. Gallo staying on it. Mayer swoops in to help. And now it's Mayer who's going to lead the rush out. Dishes, gets it back. Mayer tied up. Pivovarov trying to help. Looks to poke it back to the point, and Cleary jumps it. Cleary gets around Mondiello, but lost the stick in the process. D-to-D pass. It's Mondiello now. Broken up. McAlpine trying to hack it back in. Got the stick lifted by Weston. Manhasset dumping in, head off for a line change. Some fresh legs out there for the Indians. D-to-D pass. Kept in Mondiello, pinching in. Gets the stick lifted. Mondiello's shot blocked up, and it's fired all the way out by Schleimovich. Icing called on the Braves. 2:41 left in the first period. While we got a moment, I don't know if he's listening, but going to shout him out anyways. Brother of our very own Sam Musnick, Max Musnick. Can't wait for Max to get home and do some color commentary with me over Christmas break. Shot on goal, save. Sylvia trying to pass it out front. Mondiello now at the point. Friendly fire. Grebin turns and shoots. Hits the glass. Up the boards and out for the Braves. Grebin goes D-to-D for Kim. Kim quick up to Sylvia. Sylvia circles back to his own blue. Hooks a pass to Grebin, who backhands it in. We'll head off for some fresh legs. Braves clear again. Wang's first to it. Through the middle for Sylvia. Just uses the stick as a ramp, puts it into the zone. D-to-D pass for Syosset on the breakout. Finelli able to clear, but it's Sylvia back in. Drags and shoots. Finelli block. Suma paddles to the corner. Back into the slot. Puck is cleared out. Disqui. He's going to get called for a penalty here. Tripping. Going on the Syosset forward. It's a power play for Manhasset now. Manhasset win the faceoff. It's Kim. Pass is blocked. Syosset looking to clear. Held in Soromakos. Pivovarov to the net. Blocked up in front. Second try. Put wide. Pivovarov. Soromakos at the point. To the net. Pivovarov redirected. Pad save. Off the top of the glass and skips past Kim out of the zone. Ruz looking to play it. On the backhand, just steers it to the boards. Turning a quick shot on net. Cleary's going to get the rebound. Drags and shoots. Kim blocks it with the skate. Great opportunity initially from Giammarino. And Cleary following it up shorthanded. As we're inside the final minute now. Manhasset looking to extend this lead. Back to the point. It's Kim. Walks to the middle. Kicks it off to the flank for Sawitz. Goes through the seam. Soromakos settles it down with 25. Back for Kim, center point. Left flank, Soromakos. Drives in, curls it back for Kim. To Sawitz. Into the corner. 10 to go now in the period. Scissor play on the wall. Sawitz for Grebin. Splits both Grebin and Kim. Going to come all the way out, and that'll do it for the first period. 1-0 for Manhasset after 15 minutes of hockey. Brian Mayer, the lone goal scorer. 31 seconds left on the power play when we return here on the LI Sports Network. Second period to go. Brief power play remaining here for Manhasset. They're up 1-0 off the back of a goal from Brian Mayer, his first of the campaign. Travis Quigley here taking you through the call. Our second game of the doubleheader tonight in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League Varsity Division. Drop back for Kim. Just holds it in at the line. Looking for a lane, can't find it. Across to Soromakos, through the seam. Syosset shoots, save, rebound, still digging at it, goes through. And another stop for Suma, right as we get back to 5-on-5. Grebin pokes it to the corner. Soromakos, point for Kim. Back down low. Soromakos slides it to Grebin, out to the slot, pops up a stick and out of the zone. Kim back to get it. Across to Syosset, touch pass over for Soromakos. Getting a piece was Tokarski. Soromakos, turnover forced. Disqui into the zone now. Floats it on net, punched aside by Ruz. Pivovarov over the line. Up to the point, half clapper off a stick. Cleared aside. Puck pops out, and it's Cleary who collects, skating out for the Braves. Wang. Backhands it over to Pivovarov. And he backhands it across to Theo Baltic. That shot took a deflection, ends up behind the net. Numbers on the puck right now for Manhasset. As Cleary joins the fray, puts it up the boards. Schleimovich hacks it out to Gallo. Indians take the puck right back though. Baltic. Pass it inadvertently, goes all the way to Ruz. He'll cover it up. Out front, chance there, goes just wide off the stick of Reiser. Back in Druzis, glove save for Suma. Battle as Murray trying to gain possession. McIntyre joins to help. Braves able to clear. Murray trying to drive wide, gets the stick tied up by Gallo on the back check. Able to get it low to Druzis. Druzis with a quick poke at it. Now a stretch pass leads to a breakaway chance. Forehand, backhand, forehand. They score! Giammarino, first of the season. We're tied up at 1. A great stretch pass and a beautiful deke on the breakaway. Giammarino beats Dylan Ruz to tie this game up. One all here at the TOB. Comes back to Kim. Braves with a good jump right off that face-off with a lot of life. We'll get an offside called. Manhasset control the face-off into the zone with numbers, and a big hit thrown on the wall. Playing the body, stepping up there, De Piero. Sylvia trying to plug the boards, couldn't keep it in. Kim holds the line. Cleary trying to chip it out. Once again, Kim on the keep in. Little over 5 gone in the second period. Dumped in, Suma out to stop it. De Piero back, collects the puck. Saucer pass to Disqui, kept in by Mondiello. Now Grebin turns and fires, he scores! Manhasset strike back, 2-1 for the Indians, 9:35 remaining in period 2. Initial try blocked. Grebin scoops it up, turns the corner and fires. And gives Manhasset the lead right back here. And in with another quick chance, trying to spin and shoot was Halpern. Couldn't get it off. At the point, down the half wall for Soromakos, into the corner. Sawitz rolls. Gretzky curl back low. Halpern, point, Baltic, hammers it back deep. Ari Sawitz collects it. Trying to return it to Baltic, couldn't keep it in. Foot race for the puck. It's going to be won by Giamarino. Poke checked away though by Wang, all over him. Turnover forced. And Syosset with a chance, backdoor. Gallo couldn't get a piece. Sawitz looks to lead the breakout now. And this is going to turn into a potential 3-on-2. Sawitz continuing solo. Blocker save Suma. Puck is cleared out of play by Schoenberg. 8:34 remaining in the second. Grebin from Druzis and Mondiello for Manhasset to make it 2-1. And it came a minute and 19 seconds after Giamarino tied this game up. On the breakaway finish, Mayer out in front. Stopped up with Cleary's skate. Backhand sauce ahead for Werfel, who's knocked off the biscuit by Pivovarov. Into space for Mayer. Buzzing wide. Mayer, backhand, forehand, saves Suma. Back to the point, pad save, rebound still there. And it's swiped out of the zone. Werfel, little outside in fake, slides it across. Disqui rings the post. What a chance right there, Syosset. Oh, so close to making it 2-2. Great move on the zone entry by Werfel. The pass over to Disqui and just rang iron. Out into the slot. High flip, glove down just outside the blue by Shlimovic. Pivovarov racing in. Shot blocked. Picking it back up, battling for it is Weston. Gets some help from Mayer, swings it up to Kim. Kim pinching in, able to hold the line. Hand pass going to be called on Manhasset. Manhasset forced a turnover. Druzis sliding it across. Pass blocked. Dropping to a knee was Finelli. Two-on-two on the zone entry. Giammarino stops up. Slides it across. Backhand try for Gallo. Came off his skate, kicked into the corner. Breakout pass into the zone, drop for Gallo. Gallo dumped to the ice while he gets a shot through. Ruz keeps it close, takes the whistle. Kept in at the line by Shlimovic. It's Wang now. Starts the break. Druzis through the middle for McIntyre. McIntyre's shot is blocked. Puck is collected by Tokarski in the high slot. Moves it out. Touch middle by Giammarino over the line. 3-on-3. Giammarino gets it back. Save Ruz. And covers it up. Kept that rebound very close to the body. Does not allow for a second opportunity for the Braves. 2-1, Manhasset out in front. Mayer in the first. Giammarino. Just 4 minutes and 6 seconds in as Cleary goes forward. And then a minute 19 later, Grebin responded to make it 2-1 in the second period. Pad stop for Ruz on the shot from the point. It's kicked back to Baltic. But the Braves all over it, take it away, across to Cleary. Cleary chops it in. Sent up the boards, and Grebin's gonna skate it out. Grebin, snapshot. Suma kicks it aside. Up to Wang. Skips right over the twig. Has to regroup. And Cleary forcing it off the stick into the offensive zone now, but could not get a chance to take it to the net. Still battling for it. Pass to the point. Pad save. Rebound. Sylvia swipes it away. As DePiero was looking for another opportunity. Disqui puts it on goal. Ruz puts it to the corner. Shlimovic at the point. A D-to-D pass. DePiero gloved out of the air by Dylan Ruz. .450 to go in the second, and the Indians win the D-zone faceoff. Broken out right through the middle. Soramakos, clean reception of the pass with Sawicz driving the net, and Halpern as the trailer. Into the corner for Halpern. Looking to spin away from a check. It's knocked to the ice, hooks a pass into the slot. Sawicz trying to tuck it in. Suma puts the glove over it. Shot on net right off the draw, punched out by Suma. Tokarski collects at the red, driving in, tucking that shoulder, and it was just knocked off the twig. A D-to-D pass dumped in from the red line by Finelli. Went through the legs of Sawitz, poked back in by Giamarino, but Malio's first on it. Nice spin move behind his own net. Starts the breakout now. Sawitz across, came off the skate of Halper, knocks it out of the air. It's Soramakos who's buzzing, he shoots. Suma fought it off. Suma lost the mask, we get a stoppage. Clean win back to Mayer. Drives down the boards, swings it to the point. Mondiello's shot blocked. It skips across into the near side corner. Hacked out of the zone by Werfel. Werfel continuing to drive, but offside's going to be called on the Braves. Face-off is going to be won by Manhasset. Weston's going to chip the puck in. Pivovarov, F1, comes together with Slimovich. Puck pops out, backhanded into neutral ice by DePiero. Weston, scoop by Mayer, drags. Mayer, looking back door. Lane got clogged up, and out comes Cleary. Cleary stops up top of the circle, drops it back for Disqui. Snap shot off the shin pad of Weston. Two and a half left in the second period. Mondiello scoops it up out of the corner. Leads the rush, pass came right off the stick of Weston. Dumped back down by the Braves. Disqui with numbers, 3-on-2. Disqui out front, Mondiello races back. Up to the point. Glove save for Ruz. Shots in the first were 9-3 in favor of Manhasset. Much closer here in this second period. Currently 11-8 in favor of Manhasset. Syosset with an ozone draw, potential to close that gap, maybe even get a shot that could tie this game up, as it's a 2-1 scoreline late in the middle frame. Wrapped around the near side wall, and Sawitz slides it through. Soramakos across for Halpern. Blocked shot, diving into the lane was Tokarski. Baltic keeps the puck in. Sawitz comes together with Tokarski into the slot for Halpern. His backhand try saved by Suma and swept to the corner by Schoenberg. Sawitz head fake, swings it to Wang. He shoots, he scores! Jaden Wang, first of the season. 2-goal lead for the Indians. Great puck movement here from Manhasset. And the point man sees a lane to the net, steps into the wrist shot, beats Suma on the blocker side. 3-1 for Manhasset with a $1:28 to go in period 2. Druzas drives through the circle off the faceoff right into the O zone. Knocked off the puck by DePiero, but Grebin collects. Grebin's shot to the net was blocked by Slimovic. Clearing attempt broken up, and Sylvia races to hold the line. Sylvia walks and shoots. Suma will make the save. Faceoffs won by the Braves. And cleared out. Halpern stops it up just outside the blue, dumps it in as Sawitz tags up. And we enter the final minute of the second. Pushed up the boards to Slimovic, off the glass and out. And it'll be 2-on-1. Werfel with Cleary driving across to Cleary. Cleary shoots. He scores! Aiden Cleary with 42.8 left in the second cuts the lead to 1 for Manhasset. A great early pass here from Eli Werfel. And Cleary made no mistake on the wrist shot, beating Ruz. No stick handle after that reception, puts it 5-hole. And it's a 3-2 hockey game as Soramakos going forward. Inside out, drops it off. Songwitz to the backhand. Double pad stop for Suma. Shot gets blocked, cleared out. Wang gets across in time to take away the passing lane. Soramakos hits Sawitz. Sawitz drags and shoots. Punched out by Suma into the netting. 20 seconds left in the second. What an eventful middle 15 we have had. Just 1 goal in the first. We've had 4 here in the second period. Will we get another before time expires? It's 1 to the boards. Back to the point, broken up and chipped out. And Cleary dishes it outside. Driving the net, DePiero out front. Toe save for Dylan Ruz. Up to the point with 7. That shot gets blocked. 1 last try at the net. Giamarino on the backhand, blocked again. Another try, blocked by Pivovarov. 30 minutes of hockey down, 15 to go. Don't go anywhere. Manhasset 3, Syosset 2. Third period coming up next on LISN. Back for the third period. Syosset and Manhasset. It's the Indians 3, the Braves 2. 15 minutes to go here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley here on the call with Sam Musnick, Anthony Papasadero, Rowan Loddick, and Gabe Takuri. Puck through the middle of the ice, and Disqui picks it off, dumps it right back in. Ruz going to come out, leave it for Kim, who reverses for Mondiello, returns it to Kim. Mayer opened the scoring for Manhasset back in the first period. We had a lot of goals in the second. Giamarino tied it up early as that shot hits the glass over the head of Suma. A minute 19 after Giamarino's tying marker, Dylan Grebin gave Manhasset the lead once again. Late in the period, Jaden Wang, with $1:28 left, made it a 2-goal lead for Manhasset, but not even 30 seconds after that, it was Cleary for the Braves to make it 3-2. As the Indians are humming through the first minute of this third period, trying to get that goal back and restore the 2-goal advantage. Syosset clear, Kim knocks it down, gains the red and flips it in. Wholesale line change coming here for the Indians. In Halpern. That one off the skate. Baltic on the keep in. Now it's Soramako's rolling the board. Settles that puck down as it was rolling on edge. Drops it to the top of the circle. At the point, over to Sawitz. He'll fire. Blocked by Schleimovich. Cleared all the way out off the glass. Icing on the way. And with 12:37 to go, we get another stoppage here. Off the wall from the point. That's redirected. Save Suma. Rebound pushed wide. They score! Took a hop off the stick of Schoenberg and into the back of the net. It's 4-2 Manhasset. Backhand shovel shot, just kicks around a little bit. As you see at the end there, came off of Schoenberg and over the line. 4-2 now for Manhasset. Disqui into the zone, whacked right back to the red. Curling back with it, Finelli goes D to D. Through the middle, broken up by Murray. Murray into the zone. Slides a pass through, backhand try, saves Suma. Good chance there for Druzis. McIntyre with it. Cycles it back around for Druzis. Middle for Murray, pops out to Malios. At the point, rolls middle. Toe stop for Suma. Albin to the net. That takes a redirection. Clearing attempt won't go. Murray's denied by Suma. Big collision in the corner. Penalty coming up here. It's a holding call and a power play for Manhasset. Cross point for Sorimakos. Back for Kim. Kim to Syosset. Returns it to Kim. Knocked out of the air, but Sorimakos recovers. Syosset gets the pass, goes to the goal line. Grebin to Syosset one more. Now Kim. Sorimakos to Syosset. One-timer. Came right back to Sorimakos. Kim keeps it on the blue. Syosset. Goal line. It's Grebin. Runs a scissor play with Syosset. Up top, Kim's pass broken up. Does kick over to Sorimakos. Now over the stick of Grebin. Corner for Syosset. Back to the point. Forced to hammer it back low. Sylvia's pass broken up. Sylvia wins the battle on the boards. Gets it to Sorimakos. Across looking for Grebin. And it's going to come out of the zone with Cleary. Cleary knocked off the puck by Sylvia. And Kim will collect it. 45 to go on the man advantage. Syosset. Pass hit his skate. Sorimakos carries it in. Inside out. Sorimakos around the net. Fakes a drop pass. Takes it to the point. Now starts to drive the cage across to Syosset. He shoots. He scores. Ari Syosset on the power play. Manhasset extend the lead once again. It's 5-2 with 9:52 to go in regulation. Great feed from Sorimakos after walking the offensive zone. And Syosset pops to the top of the circle and puts it back across Suma. 5-2 lead now for Manhasset. Sauced ahead. Shot on goal, steered aside. Suma, rebound! What a save! Nick Suma! Tip your cap to him. That was beautiful. Kicks the rebound off the pad and dives across to snag it with the glove. What a stop to help give his side some momentum. Weston drops it back. Comes around back to Weston from Pivovarov to the net. Suma kicks it to the wall. Mayer back to the point. Skips over the twig of Pivovarov. Winning the foot race to the puck are the Indians. Pass back to the point, splits the two defenders. So Ruz will come out and set it aside for Jaden Wang. Mayer trying to put it past DePiero. Slowed him up. Offside going to be called here as Baltic was unable to hold the line. Self-chip, Slimovich takes a check from McIntyre. Continues to battle behind the net, pops out into the slot. McIntyre cutting through, takes it away and out of the zone. Puts it cross corner for Murray, who steps into one, but put it over the head of Suma. Mondiello from the point. That takes a deflection. Suma makes the save. It's still loose in the paint. McIntyre with a hack. A toe stop Suma. Back to the point. D to Mondiello. Mondiello walks and shoots. Another pad save for Nick Suma. It's Kim to Mondiello again off the wall. Can't get a one-timer through. Hacked into the corner by Druzis. Murray spins off the board, shoots, blocker save. Rebound still there. Murray scores on the second time of asking. 6-2 Indians. Callum Murray with his first of the season. Great second effort there from Murray in the slot after driving the net. Four-goal lead now for Manhasset over Syosset. One-touch middle for Sylvia. It's possessed by the Braves. Finelli, D-to-D behind his own net. Touched middle for Cleary. And Cleary speeding out of the zone. Inside out, Cleary's shot broken up by Mondiello. Ruz covers it up. Drebin unable to clear, gets it right back. Rolls through the middle of the ice and does get it out now. Over the blue with a snapshot. Suma, breadbasket save. Beneath the goal line, off the wall. Shot from Sylvia. Ends up into the netting, out of play. Syosset poke it out. And scooping it up, Giamarino. Tries a spin move. Looking to force it back across. Nobody was home to receive that pass. And Manhasset are out. Sliding it through, and it's Sylvia on a breakaway. Sylvia in! And Suma stops it with the left arm. Albin across, holds the line. 6.5 to go in the third. Out front. Albin, the shot that gets blocked. Poked back into the corner. Battle continues for possession. Settling it down, Finelli. 2-on-1 chance now. Werfel driving. Pass across to Werfel. Missed the target. Racing to keep it in, De Piero. Down low for Werfel. Malios on a stick check. Puts it out of the zone. Giamarino's in, 1-on-2. Trying to drop it back. Soromakos off the bench. Carries out. 3-on-2 the other way now for Manhasset. Drops it to Halpern. Drags and shoots. Stopped up by Suma. And they'll take the whistle. Left of Suma. Manhasset win the faceoff. Shoveled down low by Baltic. Braves collect and Disqueeze able to poke it out. Soromakos to Halpern. Redlining in. Sawitz is F1. And Schleimovic back to get it. Pops out to Halpern. Slap shot's blocked. De Piero looking to wheel. Skipped over his stick. So he was just trying to settle it down. That bouncing puck. Werfel puts it around Baltic, getting after it. Kept in by Desquee. Baltic blocked the shot with the pant leg. Soromakos is in. He'll fire. He'll score. Soromakos makes it 7-2. Good quick shot from Soromakos. Off the wall, Manhasset right back to the offense. It's back for Baltic. D to D. Wang walks, shot blocked. Nice job by David Bartlett to get in the lane there. Comes around to Bostwick, puts it up the boards. Mayer drops it back to the point. Wang shoots, punched out. Suma makes the save, keeps it moving. 4 minutes to go in the third. 7-2 is Manhasset. 4 goals here in the third. As that one came off a skate and Suma will dive on top of it. Braves win the D-zone draw. Carried in by DePiero, slowed up by Kim, who got the angle perfect there. And Murray's out. Dishes to Druzis. Pass was behind him, though. One-handed poke into the zone. DePiero and Kim after it. Those two come together again in the corner. Gallo collects the puck. Walks it out of the corner, puts it off the outside of the net. Whistle as the net came off. Braves win the faceoff from the point, kicked away by Ruz. And it's chipped out to Druzis, 3-on-1. Druzis, pad save, Suma, and the rebound goes right through the skates of Mondiello. Straight line up the ice for Finelli. Finelli opens up across over the stick of Gallo. Murray looking to clear. McIntyre gets tied up by Reiser. Gallo down the wall for Finelli. Ruz puts it back to the corner. Murray looking to clear, puts it off the stick of Finelli. He'll settle the puck and swing it D-to-D for Slimovich. Into space, Giamarino for Gallo. Redlining in. 2:15 left in the hockey game. From the outside, pad save, rebound again. That's 2 in a row for Suma. Out to the slot, couldn't be handled by Grebin. Malios collects between the red and his own blue. Drives in wide. Malios, knifed away by DePiero, gets it back though. Rolls out, shot blocked, second try Grebin, that's blocked again. As the Braves doing a nice job taking away the shooting lanes. It's collected off the boards, racing in Tokarski. Tokarski Looking back door, just missing was Eli Werfel. Had the yawning cage as Ruz committed to the shot. Poked out by Grebin. Fired back in deep by DePiero. Ruz leaves it for Malios. Final minute of Sunday night hockey in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Malios snapping it long, broken up, put back out by Bostwick. Sent down by the Indians, and the icing gets waved, 40 to go. Grebin, pickpocket, backhand try blocked, skips past Soramakos. Tumbekis gets to the puck first, DePiero knocks it down with the glove hand. Soramakos chips it in, pokes it to Halpern. Ten seconds left. Baltic on the keep in. Gets it to Halpern, just chops it down deep, and that'll do it for this one. Manhasset gonna pick up the 7-2 victory tonight over Syosset, boosting their record to 2-1. Here on the campaign, Syosset falls to 1-3. Braves are back at it Wednesday against Long Beach. We'll have coverage of Syosset and Bethpage next Saturday, 8:15 puck drop. Please make sure you can come down to that contest. If you can't make it, tune in on LI Sports Network. It's the Sabrina Navarrete game. Want to make sure we have phenomenal attendance, showing a lot of support to Sabrina Navarrete, her family, her foundation. So please make sure you can come down next week, Saturday, December 6th, here at the TOB for that matchup between Syosset and Bethpage. Manhasset back in action Friday against East Meadow, a home game for them over at Sturgiopolis. We'll have coverage of Manhasset once again Monday, December 8th for a game against Half Hollow Hills over at Clark Gillies. Stick with us as we have our post-game interview coming up next here on LISN. Live post-game here at the TOB. Travis Quigley with our player of the game tonight, Chris Soramakos. Chris had a goal and 2 apples in a 7-2 victory for Manhasset over Syosset. And Chris, boys were buzzing tonight. Seemed like right off the opening face-off, you guys had a lot of hop, a lot of energy. Just talk about that buy-in from the group tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming off a bad loss against Long Beach last game. We had one hell of a speech from all 4 of our coaches pregame and just got us hyped up for the game.
Now, you were buzzing tonight, seeing the puck well, a lot of open ice for you out there. Just talk about what led to your success here in this contest.
I guess, like, good chemistry with my line mates. That's what it's all about with me, at least. Like, we've been playing with these guys for 4 years now. We've got a bunch of seniors on our team, so it's just all about team chem, honestly.
Now, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about the two-headed monster. I like to call it. in between the pipes, between Sylvia and Ruz. It seems like with those two, no matter who's getting the start, you guys are just uber confident that you can get the win with those two in the net.
Yeah, I mean, Ruz, he's a junior, and Sylvia is a sophomore. My opinion, I think two best goalies in the county, maybe even Long Island. I mean, we've got 100% confidence in both throughout the rest of the season.
Now, I know you guys, after last year, the loss in the semifinals, you're hungry. You want to make it to the championship this year. Still early in the season, but I think you got to be happy with the early results so far, right? Like you said, tough loss against Long Beach, but a good showing and good to bounce back and get this victory tonight. Am I right in saying that's the model for this group? You're looking for the title this year.
100%. We're going all the way, definitely.
Love it. Love the confidence from Chris. He's our player of the game tonight. Chris, thank you so much for the time, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. On behalf of the entire crew behind the scenes here at LISN, I'm Travis Quigley. We'll see you again on Tuesday for more varsity hockey in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League.